Hello. Today is October 31st, 2016. I'd like to talk to you for a little bit about some alfalfa. Temps here in Illinois have recently remained moderate for this fall. So far, lows have been in the upper 30s to lower 50s and highs running mid to upper 60s, with some days the highs reaching in the 80s. What is alfalfa? Alfalfa is a legume which fixes its own nitrogen. Alfalfa is a cool season perennial plant that can begin growing with soil temps in the 40s, but prefers the 65 to 70 degree range. Alfalfa is in the same plant class as white clovers, bird's foot trefoil, black medic, and several others. Alfalfa has a higher photosynthesis rate than most plants in the same category. Some good characteristics about alfalfa to consider. Stands can last or persist for 4 to 6 years depending on maintenance and soil quality. It is uncommon to get 4 or more. It is not uncommon to get 4 or more tons of dry matter per acre per year. Consider wildlife will be taking green matter, so even more tonnage can be available as a food source for wildlife. Alfalfa plants grow from a crown. Several stems can grow from a single crown, producing an even thicker canopy for weed suppression. Alfalfa can be cut down to under an inch and still produce regrowth. Alfalfa will yield 12 to 20% crude protein, depending on the plant stages in respect to soil nutrition and plant maturity. Maximum protein potential is reached when the plant reaches bud stage to early flower stage. Before and after that, the protein actually drops. Some of the downsides of alfalfa to consider. Alfalfa seeds, especially the types with beneficial characteristics, are not cheap. Some varieties are more cold hardy than others, while some are more resistant to certain common insects and or diseases. Alfalfa is typically sown at a rate up to 20 pounds per acre when planted as in a monoculture. Alfalfa is a high maintenance crop. Multiple sprayings and or mowings per year are necessary. Mowing and baling will provide the best maintenance program, but other options can still provide an excellent food plot. As alfalfa matures, digestibility decreases, thus leading to the higher maintenance needs to keep the plot producing in a highly attractive food source. Alfalfa does not grow as a single stem, which only increases in size. Alfalfa will keep growing sections or joint to joint. The topmost portion remains palatable as long as the plant continues to grow, while the lower portions will become woody from the ground and work their way up the plant one section at a time. The longer a plant grows, the woodier the plant becomes, thus influencing palatability and draw. Reseeding is not an option after the stand has been in place for up to 1 year. The plants produce a toxin that's meant to ensure that the planting doesn't get too thick so that the alfalfa can grow. Alfalfa is easily outcompeted by grasses and broadleafs. So careful consideration should be made when adding alfalfa to a mix. Preferred planting areas. Alfalfa prefers to be planted where the soil's deep. It prefers well-drained soils. Hillsides or sloping areas are the best, and it prefers areas that are free from weeds.